we are asking permission from our Sahib, from our Sheikh, Sheikh Rabbani, to speak and to listen, to say what is necessary, and to take what is for us and to put it into our lives as a reminder. The zikr is a reminder. The sohbet is also a reminder. The association, that association is reminding of you, of Allah and His Prophet, nothing else. Say there's something else in our sohbets that we're reminding people of. If that sohbet is reminding you of Allah and His Prophet, reminding you of the hereafter life, taking you out from these troubles of this dunya, from the lies of this dunya, and putting you into a different feeling, making you to understand and to discover yourself, then to worship and to know Allah, then it's okay. That sohbet, that association, go for it. Attend it. Because it is where jewels are given. You will not be able to find that kind of association everywhere. Look to see who is saying what they are, what titles they have. Imam, Sheikh, this or that. Mostly, we are saying, there's good people are gathering together. But whether they are giving jewels or not is something else. Because in order to have those jewels coming from awliya Allah, those ones must support you, and they must be supported. Otherwise, it is just a gathering. And tonight is Friday. There's so many gatherings in this world, so many gatherings in America. 99.99% of it is gathering for the ego. Beginning of the weekend. Tomorrow, Friday night, oh, they're saying, thank God it's Friday. They're teaching from very early on in schools. This is how you have to get excited. You have to get excited. School is coming to an end. Weekend is coming. And you need to enjoy. You need to let loose. So, we have come now to this point where we are sitting in sohbet and we want to listen to the jewels that the awliya Allah they are giving, that we must be collecting in these days. We are coming to the end of this Rajab, Shahrullah, isn't it? This month of Allah. Before it comes to the end, we should remind ourselves, what have we achieved so far? We may say like this or like that. 3 weeks have passed. 3/4 of the months have passed. We remind ourselves, Shahrullah, the Rajab, the month of Allah, is a time for planting. Sit down and ask yourself. I'm sitting down to ask myself, what did we plant this month? Did we plant anything? Definitely. We're going to plant something. But what did we plant? Maybe we start the month strong. Making strong intentions is good. But what happened after that? Maybe we get weak. Maybe shaitan starts to play tricks with us. We're planting good seeds, but the ego opening the door to shaitan. And suddenly, before we know it, we're planting fitna. We're planting ghaflat. We're planting laziness. We're planting backbiting. We're planting talking behind others, making into different groups, different cliques, different gangs, criticizing others. What is it that we have planted? These words are for those who are not looking with those eyes of Allah. If you're looking with the eyes of Allah, meaning with the nur of Allah, meaning knowing what is right and wrong, you are going to stay away. You're not going to get busy with wrong anyway. You know that is wrong, then you're going to stay away. You're not going to be busy with that. But it is not like you are going to say right and wrong, they are the same. No, they are not the same. But when it doesn't concern that, when it concerns others, when it concerns believers, when it concerns the Jamaat, are we being more careful what comes out of our mouth to know where it's going to reach? Are we being more careful with our actions, where the consequences are going to lie? What are the results going to be? Are we being careful to know that things that we are doing without consultation, things that we are doing by our own heads, in this month especially, we start planting it, we're going to keep that tree to grow and we're going to harvest it in Ramadan and for the rest of the year? Alhamdulillah. So before the month is over, look at what we plant. If it is wrong seeds there, take it out. Get rid of it. Meaning if there are wrong actions that we are doing, wrong intentions that we are doing, get rid of it. Start planting again good seeds. Start taking out the weeds. Don't be busy with things that don't concern you. Especially now, when there is a classroom and there is a Jamaat, no one is responsible for someone else. No one is going to say, well, you don't know adab. I know adab. How do you know adab? I have been with Shaykh Efendi such a long time. Those are famous last words. Everyone who leaves Shaykh Efendi association always say, I know Shaykh Efendi most. I know him special. I know him the way nobody else knows. That's how the teachings of the prophets before Prophet ﷺ coming with Islam became other religions. Because they are not accepting the correct successor, and those ones who are deviating say, no, you guys got it wrong. I am the one special who is getting all the special teachings. No one understands. Special. Me and him. That's how religions come out. Instead of having one haq and one Islam. Because haq is clear and batil it is clear. Don't deviate. Don't take something that is not there. This is coming to the end of Rajab. May Allah forgive us for all our wrong actions in Rajab. May Allah make us to become better and stronger. This is not the month to show stubbornness. This is not the month to show disobedience. This is not the month to show that you are special. This is the month to put your head down in sajda and to say, Astaghfirullah. Forgive me for everything that I've done, Ya Rabbi. Everyone. I don't know whether you are reciting or not. The dua of Ibn Abbas. The dua of Abbas, the saint of Rajab. You may be reciting it, but do you understand what it is? Do you put it in your life? The dua is saying what? Ya Rabbi, forgive me for everything that I've done to you. Forgive me for all the mercy that you have shown to me. And I take that mercy and I use it to become more disobedient to you. Forgive me for all the sins that I've done secretly and hiddenly. What I know and what I don't know, what others know and what others don't know. Cover me with your mercy. Cover me with your forgiveness. If you are thinking about that dua, if you are really reciting that dua, then you're going to start thinking. This is the Jamaat where people think. We don't want people who don't think in this Jamaat. We don't want people who say, just give me a dua, a magic dua. Huh? I'm going to recite some special salawat and everything is going to open for me. No, no, no. This is the Jamaat, this is the way, Shaykh Efendi's way for us to unlock that door. And that unlocking of that door, that key is controlling your ego. Understanding your nafs, understanding your stubbornness, your anger, your jealousy, understanding all your evil, bad characteristics. Not just to recite a couple of things, not just to gather together, no. To look at that and to look at yourself, to judge yourself. Judge yourself. We must judge ourselves before we get judged. So, that dua is important. And that dua continues. That dua is also saying, Ya Rabbi, forgive me for all the wrong things that I've done to your creatures, from the men's and from the women's. Whatever rights I've taken from them, please don't punish me. Asking Allah this. So we should think to say, what rights we've taken from others? If the murid is thinking these things, he's going to become more awake. Things will get simpler. You are going to get more energy to do things that you're supposed to do. You're not going to get lost because you are counting your blessings. You are counting your blessings and you're saying they are uncountable. And you are counting the wrong things that you have done. So when the time comes for you to do the wrong thing, when the ego and the shaitan is making you crazy to do the wrong thing, at least you're going to step back and say, how I can do this? I've done so many wrong things and Allah has forgiven me. At least shame, at least there's something to pull. You cannot say that I'm helpless. I cannot do anything. Something took over me. You cannot. That shows that you're not thinking too much. If you're thinking shukr, Ya Rabbi, shukr. And you are going to step on your ego. Another thing that people have to understand, tariqat is not just to gather together to feel good. Okay? It is not that, to feel good. It is a training camp. It is to train the ego. It is to step on your ego. If it's just nice and easy, and if it's just to feel good, then it's just a social gathering. Maybe that one in authority is going to say to you something that all your life you believe the opposite. Maybe he's going to say something that you're going to get upset with. It has to be. There has to be some rubbing. You want to be polished? Then you have to be polished with something that is going to rub and going to take out all the dirtiness, isn't it? And you have to use sometimes very harsh scrub to take that away. But that's the only time that you're going to shine. Otherwise, you're going to be very messed up, very dirty. You're not going to find your true self. You're not be able to discover your own self. We are here to discover ourselves. And yes, we're praying that Allah make it easy for us, of course. We're not praying for things to be difficult, but Allah is saying, take one step to me and I will take 10 steps to you. We must make that one step. We must step on our ego. That is what it's meaning also. We must step on our ego. And so many times we get into trouble because we don't take that one step. We don't take that first step. Shaitan is coming, we don't take that first step, then it's pulling us back and back and back. Now, to take that one step is going to be so difficult because you are pulled back so far away from your starting point. The month of Rajab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, this is my month. And we're asking Allah to forgive us and for us to also make good use of the rest of this time in this month, to awake to ourselves, to do more good things, to please Allah and His Prophet, to step on our ego, and to prepare ourselves for the month of the Prophet ﷺ. Inshallah Rahman. May Allah raise the station of our Grand Shaykh, Sultan al-Awliya, Shaykh Maulana Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani higher and higher, and raise the station of our Shaykh, Sahib al-Sayyid, Shaykh Abdul Kabisi Rabbani, and we're asking that he send his himmat and his madad to us to make our work easier, for us to have more iman and more strength, and to bring more sincere people in this way, inshallah. May Allah tawfiq, may Allah forgive me and bless all of you. Al-Fatiha.